Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. This is every day's video. So I was at the beer store and I wanted something relatively low ABV, especially in a 12-ounce can. And just walking around and I got to the Belgian section and, was looking at some of like the bigger quads, which I love. And I was like, oh, look at this one. And so this was sitting next to the regular wit, but they're calling it a Belgian wit ale, but then it has Tokyo written on it, and this one's 6%. The regular wit from St. Bernardus is 5.5. So I was like, just the part of me that's like, try the weird thing, or the different thing, I should say. So I opted to get a 4-pack of this, and I have not tried it yet, although I've had it for a few weeks at this point. So I did end up looking it up. I don't typically look things up. And I'm like, what's the difference? Like, why is there a 0.5% difference? And they are like completely, well, not completely, but they're basically completely different beers. So I guess several years ago, St. Bernardus opened up a cafe in Tokyo, hence the name, and they brewed a special beer for that. This is a different beer. All these years later, they decided to brew, but it is a wit beer, but it's not like their regular one. But look how great this can art is, including like the cutout of the St. Bernardus monk. I love that. Yeah, really cool. And proper glassware, so you know it's going to taste better. I don't use this tasting glass much, obviously, so I was like, wait, 12-ounce can? Yeah, this is a perfect vessel for this. So it's a little bit beyond what I would think unfiltered looks like, so it's beyond unfiltered into a little hazy. That definitely is like a nice yellow, sunshiny straw kind of a color. White head, about third of a finger, quarter of a finger ahead. Definitely looks like it could be, a wheated beer, a wit beer. So I'm not surprised by that. Let's get the aroma. Oh, that smells nice. Very soft orange, lemon, honey. Little bit of like herbaceous notes, herbal tea. Smells like sunshine in a glass. I haven't, actually my wife and I haven't done this in a long time. Maybe we'll do it with one of these cans. We were at Omegang once and doing a tasting there, and they got to their wit beer and they're like, hey, you ever do like a beer mosa, and you instead of champagne you use a wit beer. So we ended up doing it at our house maybe the next weekend, during like a brunch or whatever, and really liked it. And this has a little bit of like that mimosa orange vibe in it already. Yeah, it takes me back to that. Yeah, nice floral. This smells fantastic, like really good. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Now this is a style I love. I'm a big Belgian ale fan for the most part. This is nice. You know what's pleasant? This aftertaste is like really pleasant. What is that? It's soft white grape mixed with this honey, the soft sweet orange, just a little bit of lemon. So like it follows the taste. That's just the aftertaste. That stuff's also in the actual sip. But man, what a pleasant aftertaste. Pretty good mouthfeel. A little prickly, commands your attention, which I like. Yeah, wow, it really follows the nose a lot. It's very like sweet, floral, herbal tea. You get the citrus I've mentioned a few times. That honey note for sure. Man, what's that, like honeysuckle? Man, I might almost say like, what's that honey named flower? Honeysuckle. I came up with it. All right, leave me alone. I've been drinking. I've had a few sips of a 6% beer that certainly hasn't kicked in yet. Yeah, it's almost I keep harping on the honey. It gets almost candied. Like in the middle, It's almost like a wit hard candy. Um, yeah, this is good and fun. Yeah, like I'm really liking this beer. I'm glad I put it this way. I'm glad I got a 4-pack, and also sometimes my wife doesn't drink much, but every once in a while she's like, "Do you have a beer in the fridge for me?" And it's no reason I got a wit because she likes IPAs, and probably wits are like her second favorite, like a wheat beer. And so that's another reason I was like, yeah, a 4-pack of this would be smart because then she might want some, and I think she'll really like this too. So yeah, I think this beer is phenomenal. I think this is really good. And again, it's kind of fun. It's a little different. Like it's in style for sure. Don't get me wrong, but it's just enough different. When I was on their website, they started getting into tasting notes, and I stopped. I just wanted like the reason what this beer is and everything. So I'm really excited to see what the tasting notes say, and if I think of it, I'll put in the description box below. So if you're interested, hopefully I'll remember to put it down there. Anyway, have you had this beer before? Have you had anything else from St. Bernardus ever lately you want to talk about? Have you had a nice wit beer lately? A different kind of beer altogether? Just something else you want to talk about? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.